Namaskar, a person who is cruel can live by deceiving others, but he cannot live by deceiving his own self. We can fool others only for some time. Our own conscience will never let us live in peace if we are not sincere. The great poet Thiruvalluvar says in his couplet, "If you think you can live without doing good to others, that is a foolish way of living." If we live our life in such a wicked way, we will have a lot of problems and we will not be able to sleep in peace even. It may sound very harsh, but it is the truth. You cannot run away from your conscience. People who are cruel can sometimes make others believe that they are innocent, but they can never deceive their conscience. There is an old saying, "What goes around comes around." This is the law of nature. Do you know why? Because we are all interconnected. Nothing is separate. Every human being has a conscience. It's just like an alarm system. If there is any problem, this alarm system will ring, and that is your conscience. It is always better to do good to others than to do bad to them. If you do bad to others, someday you will become the victim of it. Therefore, it is always said that don't do anything bad to anybody. Always try to do good to others. Then only you can live peacefully. So, people who are cruel can sometimes make other people believe that they are innocent, but they cannot deceive their conscience. Here we have to understand what is sin and what is virtue. Sin means doing bad things. Virtue means doing good things. So, there is nothing called absolute sin and absolute virtue. It depends upon how you look at it. For example, if someone steals your property, then it is a sin for that person. But it is virtue for you because you lost something and somebody else gained it. But if that person who stole your property is in great need and you are not in need, then it becomes a virtue for that person and sin for you. So, there is nothing called absolute sin and absolute virtue. It depends upon many factors. But here, we have to understand that whatever you do, you should not feel guilty about it. You must have confidence in yourself. You must stand by what you have done. If you are doing good things, then you should not feel guilty. But if you do bad things, you will feel guilty. Why? Because your conscience will tell you, you did wrong. Your behavior will change. You will start feeling guilty when you do something bad. You will not be able to enjoy your life. You will not be able to sleep in peace. You will not be able to concentrate in your work. And these are the punishments for doing bad things. In ancient times, there was no jail. If a person commits a crime, what would happen to him? He would not be able to live in society. Society will reject him. People will hate him. They will fight with him. They will condemn him. And so, if you do bad things, you will not be able to live in this world. So, this is the punishment for doing bad things. Jail is a recent phenomenon. In ancient times, if you committed a crime, society itself was your jail. So, people who are cruel can fool others for some time, but not their own conscience forever. Now, how to get rid of this guilt? How to get rid of this anxiety? Some people take alcohol. Some people take drugs. Some people involve in bad habits. They want to get rid of this tension. But the best way to get rid of this tension is to do good to others. When you do good to others, your conscience will not disturb you. You can live peacefully. Now here, we have to understand one more thing. A person who is cruel can live by deceiving others, but not his own conscience forever. Who is a person? Who is this I? It is made up of body, mind, and intellect. The body is very small, but the mind is infinite. It is expanding, expanding, expanding. It is going on expanding. Even death cannot stop it. Why? Because the mind is immortal. It is always thinking something or the other. Now, where does this mind go after death? This is a very important question. Scientists cannot answer this question. Only seers of this world can answer this question. They say that after death, the mind goes to the subtle body. The subtle body is also called as the astral body, or the light body. So, after death, the mind enters into the subtle body and starts living in that world. In that world, there are many wonderful things. So, we have to understand that this material world is very gross. There are many things which are very subtle. We cannot understand those things. We cannot see those things. But those subtle things are more powerful than the gross things. If you want to experience those subtle things, you have to develop your intellect. That is why the scriptures say that the real death is the death of the intellect. When your intellect is alive, you are alive. When your intellect dies, you are dead. That is the real death. So we have to understand that we have to develop our intellect. Then only we can understand what is happening around us. We have to understand the subtle things. If you want to progress in life, if you want to get all the happiness in life, you have to develop your intellect. So, the scriptures say that the real death is the death of the intellect. When your intellect is alive, you are alive. When your intellect dies, you are dead. That is the real death. So, people who are cruel can live by deceiving others, but they cannot live by deceiving their own conscience forever. Their own conscience will tell them, "You have done so many bad things in your life. Now, I am taking you to hell." They will go to hell. No doubt about it. So, we have to understand that we have to live our life sincerely. We have to do good to others. Then only we can live peacefully. There are many people who are very, very cruel. They do bad things to others and they are happy about it. They enjoy it. Why? Because they are not humans. They are beasts. Animals also behave better than these people. Beasts also show mercy. They also show compassion. These people have lost their humanity. We have to be really sorry about these kinds of people. So, people who are cruel can live by deceiving others, but they cannot live by deceiving their own conscience forever. They will get punishment. They will go to hell. It is not that they will not get punishment here on earth. They will also get punishment there. So, we have to understand that we have to live our life very carefully. We have to do good to others. Then only we can live peacefully. We have to understand the nature of the mind. It is immortal. It never dies. After death, it goes to the subtle body. It lives in the subtle body and then again it comes back to the gross body. This cycle goes on and on. It is going on now. You are experiencing this gross body now. Before this, you must have experienced many bodies. In the future, you will experience many bodies. So, we have to understand that we have to live our life very carefully. We have to do good to others. Then only we can live peacefully. Thank you very much.